Hello everyone, this is Jeff Blankenship with HEB Instructional Technology, and this is an overview of creating a shareable link in Google Drive. Shareable links are good in situations where you want to quickly access a link to a file or a folder, make the file accessible to anyone, including parents and students, add a Google file, link to external resources such as web pages, or doing something like creating a QR code for files in your Drive. So to begin the process, you're going to go to your Drive and you're going to find the resource that you want to share. In this situation, I've created a folder and I've also created a slides presentation that I'm going to share with people using the shared link option. So the first thing I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and start with the folder. I'm just going to go ahead and right click directly on the folder that I want to share. And I'm going to choose this option for Get Shareable Link. Okay, when I do that, this window opens and you'll see I have a couple of choices. It automatically defaults to restricted, which is a good thing. Right now, only people that I've specifically added to the folder would have access to this folder. Let's say that you shared this folder with a couple of colleagues or maybe with a coordinator in your district and they cannot find the folder. Even if you have shared it with them directly, you can copy this link and you can send it to them by email, for example, and they would be able to open the folder just using the link. Okay, if you want to go a step further, you'll see right here where it says the word restricted. When I click the drop down, you'll see I could switch to Hearst Euless Bedford ISD. Okay, and changes the permissions a little bit so that anybody within HEB ISD who has access to our domain, so effectively anybody in the district who has an email, would be able to access and view these files using this link. So right now, if I were to copy this link and I were to send it to my supervisor or a coordinator or to a teacher within the district, they would be able to access this just by logging into their Google Drive account. Depending on the level of access that you want others to have, you can make that adjustment using this drop down right over here on the right. Right now, you'll see it defaults to viewer. If I wanted to give somebody the ability to edit content within the folder using this link, I can switch this to editor. And now anybody who has access to the link would be able to edit content within the folder. Okay. So we're going to go one step further with the permissions, and when I click the drop down right here now, you'll see that I can select anybody who has the link, anyone with the link. Currently has the ability to edit. There's probably not a lot of situations where you're going to want to have anyone with the link can edit content within the folder, but there may be some situations where that's the case. It's generally just not going to be the rule. So more often than not, you're going to want to make sure that if you are sending this to somebody like a parent, you're going to have it set to anyone with the link can view. Okay, so at this point, I could copy this link and I could paste this link any place that I wanted to. So if you wanted to put it into a website, you could do that. If you wanted to put it into an email and mail it to the parent, you could do that. But effectively, anybody who has access to this link now has access to the folder and they could view content within the folder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select done for this option. Okay, so it's a very similar process for files as well. So you'll see right here I have a presentation that I've created. This is a slides presentation. And when I right click on the file, you'll see that I get the option for Get Shareable Link here as well. And it's very, very similar environment. You have the option between restricted, Hearst Euless Bedford ISD, or anyone with a link. So if I switch to anyone with the link, you'll see that I get some similar options over here as well. You do have the addition of commenter here as well. So you have viewer and editor, which we discussed before, but now you can also turn on the option for commenter, which would basically allow somebody to make comments on the document. It would not allow them to modify the document permanently in any way, but it would allow them to make suggestions that you can then apply to the document if you want to. Okay, or in this case, in the slides presentation if you wanted to. So just be aware that you do have that option as well whenever you're sharing on the file level. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave this set to viewer. Copy this link. That link again can be pasted any place for access. You can put it in the body of an email. You can put it on a website. However you want to share it is completely up to you. But just be aware that anybody who clicks this link at this point would then have the ability to view this slides presentation. Okay, so keep in mind what I did here with the right click on the presentation. I did right click, Get Shareable Link. If I were actually within the presentation, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You'll see that you have the share button up in the top right hand corner up here. When I click that share button, you'll see that it gives me a similar set of options here as well. I could add specific collaborators if I want to, but I also have the ability to change the shareable link from here as well. So right here where it says get link, anyone on the internet with the link can view, I can click change from here, and you'll see I'll get those same set of options that I had available to me with a right click. All right, so if you have any problems with this, please contact your instructional technology specialist and we will be glad to lend a hand. Have a great day.